Service provider versus services recipient.
Identity of honest service recipients. These people always look for transparent service provider, view their portfolio, view projects, read terms and conditions. After being satisfied, they make their decision and given the responsibility of dream project by signing a written agreement with services provider. This is the only right way for anyone to find the right service provider. The service provider also wants that such service recipient should always reach them. Many a times service recipients try to get service on their own terms by lowering partial charges. These people can never be honest because service provider provides their services to you with the belief that all terms and conditions of service provider shall be complied with and the service recipient shall enter into and abide by the written agreement. When some service recipients do not do so, they can never be called honest. There are many ways to identify these people. These people called the service provider with great love and respect that you come here to see the site and understand everything, which simply means that the service recipients demanding your valuable time in free, professional advice in free and also inviting for site visits in free of cost too. In this way, service recipients try to make an architect a site engineer and he is asked to hold a measuring tape and measure so that you can collect all the important information for the design. When the service recipient treats someone like this, he can never be said to have received honest service. These people never talk to the service provider on professional charges, but cheat by lowering some part payment. Many times, these people also start arguing with the service provider that whose fee you are asking for. We have not taken any design drawing from you, nor have you given us something for which you should be paid, or the excuse of not liking the design or the excuse of not completing the design. Sometimes some people say you are demanding for the fee, we do not need your design drawings etc. You can withdraw it from us. If the service provider is not experienced, then they often cheat these people. The service provider should be beware of such excuses. If a service recipient does not provide the correct and complete information about the project to a service provider, then such a service recipient is under suspicion because the person who is talking about making a project of lakhs, crores or more budget, then it is not possible that he does not have complete project information. Our advice to all the service providers is to provide your valuable service on their own terms and conditions and establish themselves as a brand. There may be many service providers in the open market whose attitude or experience is not positive, who do not follow the standards of the profession, who do not follow any terms and conditions, due to which the experience of some service recipients has not been positive, but some people of this type do not have much effect on the profession. If service recipients are not able to reach the service provider, then they should find the shortcomings of their business method and improve them, or if your business model is right, then they should wait for the right time, maybe less or no work in the market. But never compromise with the standards. There are always ups and downs in business. Keep trying and be positive. You can be a hero or a villain in the profession just by following the standards. Only an honest service provider can get honest service recipients. Thereby, the portfolio of the service provider is strengthened and the service recipient experiences satisfaction and creates a long-lasting family and valued relationship between a patron and professional.
Service recipient.
Service recipient should first see the service provider's portfolio, read its terms and conditions, clear all doubts before the agreement, then give the correct and complete information about the project to the service provider and then write the agreement, and must proceed. Trust the service provider and follow their instructions. Remember, service providers don't just work for fees but also give their best for their portfolio. Trust that your project will be state-of-art established in your area.
Service provider.
The responsibility of the service provider is more than that of the service recipient. Recipient of services gives you the responsibility to turn your dream into reality, in which his hard-earned money and also associated with the responsibility of protecting the family. So, standards should never be compromised. This also does not mean that the service providers should compromise on their professional charges. The service provider should take only its real and complete professional charges. When service recipients and service providers sincerely take care of each other's interests, then an example of trust is established and the cost of building construction is also controlled. And that is how a building is built maintenance-free. The recipient of services should avoid insistence on taking more scope of work and number of services more than professional charges. Remember, service providers provide you more than professional charges. They also provide support services to you. When you insist on taking more scope of work and numbers of services, then there is additional pressure on the working team, which is not possible without additional professional charges. You can increase the scope of your services by paying additional professional charges for particular service. Just imagine how much competition is there in our profession today. Everyone has to work on very less professional charges to stay in the market, in which team and design consultant all contribute. Everyone has their own expenses. On this, when someone says that your professional charges are high, then we cannot help some such people. Because people who understand the profession never debate professional fees, but discuss designs. We can never explain it to those who don't understand the profession. It is not fair to argue professional fees with such people. We'll be back soon with a new topic and new video. Stay connected with us. Don't forget to like, share the channel. If you are visiting this channel for the first time, then subscribe and click on the bell icon. Hope it will help you to make the whereabout right decision. Thank you.